Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and we are back for another recap review for Ready to Love. So, this is the second episode of the new season for Miami, and again, public service announcement on Fat. I know a lot of y'all ain't here for it. Feel free to exit stage left. Don't come over here with the negativity. I don't have time for it. People be trying me for no reason, literally trying me unprovoked. I get tried at work for no reason. I be minding my business working, and people be trying to come for me. And it's like, why? Y'all could have done something else and found something constructive to do with your time than to come over here with the foolishness and the negativity. So feel free to go elsewhere. I would greatly appreciate it. Ashe, all that good stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the episode. So on the second episode, they are having brunch, and Tommy has to let everybody know that one of the people will not be there this week because they tested positive for COVID, and that is Looney. That's a woman that LJ is very interested in. And so he is going to be checking on her. Like, he's somebody who he rolled up on immediately, and he feels like he has a connection with her. So he wants to make sure she's good. So anyway, Tommy let them know off rip, one woman will be going home no matter what, because two of y'all got off last week. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And that was um 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 hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry, y'all. That's why I hate when I do stuff like this. It makes me start jumbling stuff up. But anyway, one woman will definitely be going home this week, no matter what. So anyway, Cherie started working the room immediately. Like, once she heard that, she was like, "Oh, okay, it's time. Let me go right here and roll up on every single last one of these men." And so she started rolling up, and it just seemed like it was not genuine. And my thing is, I understand, like, if you really are there for love, you want to be able to express to people who you are and all of that. But at the same time, you could just tell that she literally was like at a work event, and she was just working the room. At this point, she might as well have just passed out her business card and was like, "Hey, let's network, whatever, whatever." This is a networking event at this point, the way she was acting. Like, people would be in the middle of having a genuine connection and trying to get one another again organically. And she like, "Hey, let me, interrupt," and like she was doing the least. Child, I'm just like, I don't understand what y'all see in this heifer. What is really going on at this point because of the way she's doing? These were literal drive-by FaceTime situations in real life. And I was just like, it's just not coming off as genuine. So I'm going to need for y'all to do what y'all need to do and get rid of her, because I don't see it. I don't feel like, I feel like if she is there for love, that she's going about it the wrong way. I don't know how she would be able to do it in a way that comes off genuine, but so far, what she's been doing, her antics are not working. Or at least they're not coming off the way that I know I wouldn't be receptive to what she got going on. And I'm glad that, ultimately there are other men who see it as well. And we're going to get there. So, anyway, so somebody made a plate for the guy Randall. And I already told y'all, Randall is the guy who comes off, he's giving me Jason vibes. And Sharice rolled up and was like, "Oh, y'all over here, surrounding him. Y'all on both sides of him. You done made him a plate." And it's like she doing the most, calling him king and all this other stuff, talking about some King Randall. And so everybody is taking offense, because it's like, if we feel like you're trying to read, like, girl, what is you talking about? So, later on, some stuff is going to pop off. We're going to get there. So Justice seems like a player. Seem like he's just there to screw. He ready to screw, whatever, do what you do. I don't know what he got going on, but it just seemed like he is not there and ready to love, in my opinion. I could be wrong yet again, but I don't see it. But yeah, I feel like Justice ready. He's ready to screw. That's what I see when I see him. I don't know what it is. He just seemed like he there ready to screw. And I'm like, you could have did that without being on this show, but maybe he want to get some exposure. A lot of people really do come on this show to get exposure. They not here for love, and you can tell it. And they just rely off the fact that they are decent looking or they are handsome or whatever, and they talk a good game, and they are able to pull the women in and trick them into thinking they want something and make it all the way to the end, and they don't be wanting nothing. So anyway, Devin. Devin is one of those people who sweats like a Jezebel in church. Sweats like none other. Don't nobody have time. Like, it's just too much. And I understand nervousness and all that stuff, but he has this like ridiculous kind of sweat. There are a lot of people, and I know a lot of people who are like that. Like, they ain't even got to be nervous, and they just are super sweaty. Apparently, he's like that. Like, even when he would do his little confessionals, he would have to tell production, y'all, I can feel it coming on. I'm about to be sweaty, whatever, whatever. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just a lot, and ain't nobody here for it. People have called it out, and they're like, yeah, I'm not attracted to him. He is just so sweaty, and child, like, you gonna have to be somebody who is here for all of that to be with him, because he sweats a whole lot. Unless he plans on getting those shots to lessen the sweat or to stop it, I don't know who really gonna really be wanting to put up with all of that. So Samson, and I don't know why I put Shakira. I feel like it's because, like I said, it keeps sounding like people are calling her Shakira, but I think her name is Shakira. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm saying it correctly, because I don't want to be saying her name wrong. Shakira. Samson and Shakira seem to be having a genuine connection, and it's really nice. I think Shakira is the same person that was vibing with him, and he was talking to her about her kid. She has a son. Wait a minute. I want to make sure. Am I talking about the same person? Yes. Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't wrong. So, but yeah, they have a genuine connection. They cool. And later on, they talk about like her child and all that. I'm gonna get to that. So, Justice said that he doesn't date or spend money until he is genuinely interested in somebody. A lot of the women ain't here for it, and they looking like, well, I date a lot. And so he looking at them like, well, you ain't gonna be dating me because I'm not finna be coming up off no money. And I feel like dating for him is all about money. The way he keeps saying stuff, it seems like he ain't trying to come up off no money unless he know you gonna come up off of something in return on top of him liking you. I don't know. That's just what it's giving to me. Again, I could be completely wrong. I don't know. But I don't see him being here for love. I don't see it at all. So yeah, he's rubbing people the wrong way with that. Yeah. Mike has 3 kids, and he doesn't seem like he wants more. Anytime people have asked him about having more kids, he's kind of like, I don't know about all that. But he has this really great connection with one of the other ladies, and I'll talk about that later on. And we'll get to that. The men were questioned about the people who were standing out to them, the women that stood out to them, and almost none of them are here for Dominica. And it's tragic. It's sad. And like, they looking at her like she the homie, like she cool, she just around the way girl, she somebody who I'm used to seeing around, Florida, but it ain't somebody that I'm interested in like that, being in a relationship with or whatever. And I'm like, ooh, child, here we go. Sharice is talking about she doesn't need a man. So people are looking at her like, girl, why are you here? Because she like, I could do all these things for myself. I pay all of my bills. I do all these things. So I think it was her and what is the woman's name? I want to get the woman's name correct because it was her and, was it Shakira? Shakira or Kyla? Kayla, I think. Anyway, it was Sharice and one of the other ladies. They got into it because at this point she was just like, girl, why are you even here? If you over here talking about, I ain't catering to no man, I ain't doing this, I ain't bowing down to no man, I ain't doing all this. My thing is this. If she meant to say, I'm not about to throw myself through a stained glass window for a man just to say I have a man, and it's just put up with anything and just accept anything and say, okay, I'm willing to say hey to everybody and yeah, just so I can have a man. I understand that. But the way she's saying it does seem like I'm me and I already do all these things. I don't want no man and I don't need no man, and I don't know. It is coming off in a way where it's like, girl, why are you here then? So she and another woman got into it over that, and they were just like, girl, go somewhere and sit down. Then the plate incident came up. Sharice was talking about the plate, how the plate was made, and so the women were like, girl, you doing the most, ain't nothing wrong with that. The culture that I'm from, that's what you do. You go and you serve the men. Like, it is what it is. It ain't even that deep. Like, you making it into something that it ain't. So now that the conversation came up about the plate officially amongst all of the women, now Sharice talking about, look, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it, whatever. So Dominica and Sharice are in the bottom again. But the men fell for the lies of Sharice, and Dominica ended up going home. And I'm just like, child, both of them should have went home if he was going to do it like that. Since don't nobody like Dominica because she gives y'all homey vibes and all of that, both of them should have went home. Y'all gonna sit up there and send women home who don't deserve to go home because y'all trying to keep Sharice around. And I'm just like, why? Swayze and Jamala went out on a date. And Swayze and Jamala went out on a date. So did Samson and Shakira. Swayze is always in a relationship. Like, whenever he's been in relationships, like, he's one of those people that you almost never catch him single. So for the past 3 years, he has decided that he is going to remain single so that he can find himself, heal, do what he need to do, because he wants to realize what is going on in these situations. I'm trying to remember if he was one of the ones who said that. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna get to that because I was like, wait a minute, did this happen yet? We'll get there. Either in this episode or the next one, but we'll get there. But yeah, he has a past, and I was kind of like shocked a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, he's been single for 3 years. Samson discussed how Shakira raises and disciplines her son Amir because, like I said before, they have a connection. They seem to be really here for one another. And so she discusses her son with a potential suitor or whatever, whoever she actually is feeling. So she's really feeling him. And the fact that he brings up her son, like, it brings some, it brings a smile to her face. It shows that he actually is including him in the package, like, because it's a package deal at this point, whether anybody wants to accept it as that or not. And, you know what I'm saying, she's had it hard because she's ultimately raising her son by herself. And if she's going to have a man in her life, they're going to have to be able to come in and show him what needs to be shown, and not just come in her life and try her and then leave up out of there and leave him to have to look crazy and wonder, like, well, what did I do? I thought that this person loved you, mommy. And I thought they loved me too, but now they ain't here. Like, don't nobody have time to keep, like, going over what's going on and why this person left and all that. So I'm pretty sure she's looking for somebody who's going to be her husband at some point. So she said that the way she disciplines her son is completely different from the way that she was disciplined and raised, because I think she had a military background and it was a strict household. And so she's like into spirituality. He brought her an aloe vera plant. And I was like, yes, come on, aloe vera. I have not found any aloe vera plants here that I like. So whenever I see them in the store, like, I really will stand there and go through all of them. None of them are ever up to the standards of what my grandmama used to have as far as the aloe vera plants, or the ones that we had. We used to have them in our house too. The aloe vera plants and the succulents. I will stand in a store, I don't know how long, looking at succulents and aloe vera plants, and none of them are ever up to par, and it makes me so mad. But anyway, I thought that was so nice that he brought that as a plant for her, as a nice gift. So Sharice was holding Taco Tuesday at her home. Devin came to help set up, and he came empty-handed, and that was a no-no for her. And so, a lot of, like, everybody came over, and pretty much everybody else came. Almost everybody else came with something to add to the situation. So, of course, everybody's mixing and mingling. We end up finding out that Swayze was with an older woman. I think this woman was like 8 years older than him. And it was somebody who he thought that he was going to be in a relationship with forever and marry her. I think he said they ended up getting a home together. Like, they got a house together and everything. Was about to get married and all that. But she ended up cheating on him. So that's why they ain't together. And like I said before, he's always in a relationship, but they haven't worked out. So this woman cheated. And so, like, people were, like, kind of shocked. Like, the person that he was talking to in that moment, I forgot who it was, but yeah. They were trying to have that one-on-one moment with him. And, he was just revealing his background as to why he's single and, if he's healed and if he actually is ready to love. Like, what have you gone through and what has been your healing process? Like, a lot of people don't take time in between relationships. A lot of people don't feel like they need to take time in between relationships to analyze what happened and try to see what they can do differently to get a different outcome, so that the next time could possibly be that last time and it'll be for the better. So anyway, Alonzo, Swayze, and Kayla went bowling. And so she was like, look, whoever wins is going to get a really, really, really good surprise, a really nice surprise. And so she wouldn't tell them what it was. And whoever lost, they would have to give 20 push-ups. So Swayze lost, and he ended up volunteering to do 50. And when he was down there doing the push-ups, she ended up giving Alonzo a little peck on the lips or whatever. And so I was like, oh, okay. But she was very, very interested in the push-ups. So I was like, child, I don't know if production was being shady when they showed his look, the look on his face or whatever, but it was kind of looking like, well, dang, I thought I got the prize. Even Swayze was in the confessional like, he might have won, but it seemed like I really won ultimately. Like, you thought you won, but you didn't. I don't like how Swayze tried to play him, talking about, of course he won because bowling is for old folks or whatever. Like, don't do that. I have loved bowling since before I was a teenager. I used to sit there and watch it. Listen, I am a geek. I am nerdy. I am weird. I am all that stuff. I'm very awkward. The stuff I like, most people don't like what I like. Like, when it comes to, like, everything that I like, everything, people ain't finna sit there and watch no NASCAR with me. Nobody's gonna watch me. And nobody's going to sit there with me and genuinely be into watching NASCAR. Nobody's going to sit there and genuinely be into watching bowling. Ain't nobody going to do that. Like, it's been so hard for me to find a dude that I'm interested in to really even be friends with that likes anime. And I know I'm 38 years old, but I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all, if my sister can get into anime, has gotten into it and live for it, everybody can, and at any age. When I tell y'all my sister don't like nothing, yeah, anime is good. You just got to find the right ones. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, yeah, don't come for bowling. How dare you, Swayze? How dare you? It's actually fun, and it's a skill. I mean, it's a, it's all in the way that you direct the ball, the way you release it. And I used to play, I already told y'all this before, I used to play, and this woman who actually drove the bus when I was in elementary school, not elementary, I was in junior high. I was in junior high school. She drove the bus that took us to the bowling alley, and she got off, and that was my first time ever bowling, and it was a situation where I was so excited, but I could never strike. I could barely get it down the aisle. So she was like, "Oh no, no, baby, it's the way you got to do it like this." And like she showed me her form. Who? After that, oh, it's been a wrap ever since then. I love bowling. And the thing about it is, as I got older, y'all see my nails are short right now. But I used to wear my nails like when I was in college, when I went to Alabama State, man. And I would type fast. My nails were like this. Like I used to do the most, y'all. Like for real. Like my nails were like this, curved and everything, a little curve and everything, and they were like this. And I could type fast, and I used to do the most, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. So there were moments that I couldn't bowl because my nails were too long, and there were times when they were longer than this, and I would bowl, and I would be scared that my nail would break. My actual nails would be, of course, longer than this, and I would be scared that I would break my nail. Like I used to have to worry about my nails so much when it came to so much stuff. So I didn't bowl as much as I used to and all of that. So yeah, like I said all that to say this. Swayze, come up off of bowling. Don't do that no more. I feel personally attacked. So anyway, y'all, the ladies' lounge happened. I think this was the first official time that the y'all excuse me, I was choking before I really started choking. But anyway, the ladies' lounge officially happened for the first time. And so they all got together, and Mike and Devin were the ones who were in the bottom two. Mike is very into Brandy. Brandy is the woman who is like, I think she's 35 and she's a flight attendant. She is so pretty to me. Um and so yeah, she, wanted to know more about him because like even though they have this great connection, it's not clear to her as to whether or not he's willing to have more kids. So had a little moment where she was able to talk to him, and he was like, well, if you want two kids, I guess I'm gonna have five kids then. So that's all she needed to know. But anyway, after everything was said and done, she was just like, look, the ladies want you to open up more. You're safe. You do seem like you're ready to love. And Devin went home. Like, Devin be sweating and like he be doing the most. And I don't know. Like, I don't know what y'all had going on with that, but that was the end of the episode, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Give this video a thumbs up. Let's talk about it down in the comment section. I'll be right back with the last episode.